Okay, great. Donna, did you have any questions?
No, no, not right
Okay.
now.
Okay, great. So right now, what we really want to, okay, first of all, we've got some great news. We are in the Waldorf school. The curriculum got accepted, which is amazing. And that has phenomenal potential because it's an international school. There's many locations, so we're super excited about that, super honored about that. And if anybody has contacts with private schools, you know, please put me on an entry email. There obviously will be a finder's fee for that. And you know, that could be, it's got great potential. And honestly, I'm just asking for your help with stuff like that because we feel so passionate about the course, how foundational it is, and how amazing it would be for it to be in schools. It really should be in schools. It should be a curriculum because when we understand how the mind works, school's going to be easier for us. Learning is going to be easier for us. So all around, it's going to benefit the school. I know schools look at grades and how students are doing, and when students have a clear mind, they're going to excel. So it's a win-win at every level. So if anybody does have a contact with a private school, I would really appreciate that. That would really be fantastic. So we're super excited. We also have one of our affiliates made a contact with a celeb type of person who they're meeting with on Friday, and the person knows what they're meeting with them about. So that's super exciting that they took the meeting and are willing to have a conversation about the importance of this. They're already in this conversation. It's somebody who sort of has a platform around this. So that's super exciting. So I'll certainly let you know where that goes. And this is all about just getting in conversations and seeing where they can lead because especially what I'm finding right now with all the things going on in the news is that kids are in fear and they're asking a lot of questions. And what this program does is it points them back towards their natural okayness where they're okay regardless of what's going on outside of them. Um, hey, Deb.
Debbie's
So
joining.
yeah, yeah. Um, so that's, you know, we know that this will point kids and families towards a better and happier life. And a lot of times, actually, I do want to share with you, hey, Deb, um, is that this is not just for the kids. And what I find a lot is that the parents need it more than the kids. So that's something that I just want you to be aware of. This program is just as much for the parents as it is for the kids. And it's so easy for parents to say, well, I'm worried about my kid and my kid's acting this way, and that's concerning me. And a lot of times, very innocently, the parents are perpetuating the problem. I don't know that they're doing that, but they are. And the program supports parents in that way. Hey, Tanya, happy you could hop on. So we just started. I just ran through a couple things talking about private schools. We're in the Waldorf school. We'll be in the Waldorf school this fall, which is super exciting. They do have many locations. It's international, so we're very excited about opening up that door and them seeing the importance of the foundation of the curriculum. And I did mention, if you do have a contact with a private school, please let me know. Um, how important this is for families. It's not just for kids. And I believe, the message really is to support the family as a unit. A lot of times, we're talking to parents about their children because they think their children are the problem. And, it's all encompassing. And I find that so much. I find that so much that or parents are pointing towards, well, I want my kid to be different. And I have had privately working with, a mom will hire me and I end up actually working with the mom rather than the kid because the mom ends up needing it more. And a lot of times that's where the balance, it ends up sort of balancing itself out because as the mom or dad, as the family dynamic shift, the health of the child shifts. So we are next Monday is the start date. And listen, share with me because I'm willing to move the start date to the following Monday. We just want to get people enrolled, and we think it's a great idea to do something where there's an enrollment on a certain date so that everybody goes through the program as a community together. So the parents go through the parent part together, the kids go through the kid part together, because we find like anything else, when you join with a buddy, it's like joining a gym. You know, when you join with a buddy, you're more likely to go because you guys like set, you know, your time together. Hey, we're going to do this together. Well, it's the same thing with the program. If everybody starts on the same day, they talk about the foundation of the program, which is the diamond, and they have that conversation with their friend and they're working on it with other families together. There's huge value in that. So I do have the program starting next week for like a launch date, but I can move it to the following week. We just want to get people involved because we know it's going to help them throughout the school year. It's going to help them. And again, it's not going to put more pressure on the kids. It's actually going to take pressure off the kids, because we show them how to use their mind as their best friend rather than their worst enemy, so that they're not under pressure. They're not under the illusion of the busyness of the mind, but have a better understanding of how to be present, and use the gift of our natural genius or natural intelligence. Okay, so I'm doing a lot of talking. Those are the things that are happening. And yeah, we've got some influencers that are also interested in talking to us about the program, and that's going to be super helpful too. So everything is in motion beautifully going forward, and I'm mostly super excited about the Waldorf School. That feels really good to me. Oh, and tomorrow I will be, so you'll get the content for this. I'll be on CBS talking about you know, mental wellness in teens, and also talking about the programs, which is really exciting. So you'll get the you'll get that segment as well, which you can, you know, go to town with posting and things like that. So I want to open it up to questions. Anything that you have will be helpful for the group, I'm sure. So is there anything at all, Jess?
No, my only question is, are you interested in any private school, or is it only ones that like are Waldorf ones?
No, any private school.
What about charter schools?
So yes, I love charter schools. If you have a contact there, fantastic.
Okay,
That's
yeah, I
fantastic.
have you.
I have talked to charter schools, and it's a fantastic, and we actually piloted the program in a charter school. So it's a fantastic route. If you know somebody, all I need is an introductory email and I can take it from there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Does anybody else have questions? Please always check the Facebook group. I'm putting up as much as I can in there to support you guys, and just go through it. I have graphics. There's a carousel in there, which is really nice to use. The carousel has 4 different graphics that go in a sequence, which talk about the program. And then, you know, obviously you can just put a message below, DM me for details, things like that. But yeah, it's a really, really good time, because again, what I'm hearing is that because of what's going on in the news, kids have a lot of questions. They're, you know, worried, where's their stability? Those are the things that they're feeling, and we want to point them back towards the fact that they're okay regardless of what they perceive is going on in the world, right? And what we focus on grows, and that's just fact. So where are you putting your focus? You know, we want to encourage families to look at their foundation rather than all the other things that our minds get very cluttered with. And that's really what that is what the program is. It's a foundational understanding. It's a fundamental shift. And when you change on the fundamental level, the world outside of you must change. That's just the way we work. Donna, I see you unmuted. Did you have a question?
No, it's been unmuted.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Go ahead. Tanya?
Yes, so the ages are like starting at 12, is that correct?
No, the age starts at 11. I mean, we've had 10-year-olds in the program too, but I really want to say middle school is the age. So somebody who's going into middle school is the perfect age. Yeah.
Okay, so it can go all the way up, right? High
It
school.
absolutely, I mean, we want to get them younger because they're just more moldable, and usually the family will do it together when they're younger. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've had 16-year-old, 18-year-olds, you know, 20-year-olds in the program. And what we will do as the program grows is for the live calls, we'll just have different times for the older kids so that they're not with the younger kids. That's it. But it's the same content. You would enjoy the content, like you meaning one, like it's universal. We just share stories that relate to kids more. And in some ways, no, my husband's always like, you told a story about buying a condo. What 10-year-old relates? I'm like, they get it.
Oh, yeah, they do. No, yes, I have a grandson, he's 9, and he totally gets all this stuff. I
Yeah.
just wanted to get clear on the ages, so when I talk to some of the parents that I have, hopefully I'll be able to start that this week, and then I'm going to be back in Florida on the 16th.
Oh,
So-
fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's for extended or if it's just a short visit. I'm not
Okay.
sure yet. I'm
Okay.
leaning more towards longer, but
Yeah.
yeah. So there was another thing I was going to ask. Oh, I think that putting the date off would be a good idea.
I do too. I'm getting that feeling that we should
Yeah,
do.
I do, because I know my daughter in Atlanta, they started school today and they're going to be navigating all of that.
They started school today. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so they're
That's-
navigating that
Okay.
first week or two
Yeah.
is a little iffy.
Okay.
So
You know what? What do you guys think of the 26th? I was going to say the 19th, but maybe the 26th will give us 3 weeks to do a launch. Okay, let's
I
do the
think-
26th. I'll put it in the Facebook group and I'll send out another email this week as well, but we will change the date to the 26th. Okay.
and is there an outline? I mean, please
Yes,
forgive
are
me
you-
if there's.
Yeah,
all this
are you in
stuff,
the
so I
Facebook
can-
group?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, it's all, and I pinned the post, but
Okay.
yes, everything, like literally you could take the post and copy and paste it. Of course, if there's something in there that you're like, oh, she's repeating that, take it out. You know, and you might want to, I have a lot of information in the post. You might want to just post some highlights and then for more information, DM me, because what I did explain in the post, and I wouldn't post this part, but I explained it in the post. I explained in the post how buy one, get the second 150% off works. I don't think
Yes,
it's necessary to post that. That's more for you, but you can say this is what we're doing. It's, you know, first one and the second family that joins gets it for half price. Please DM me for details. And then you can explain, oh, here's what will happen. You two will join, you know, at the same time. You'll let me know you're both joining at the same time.
I even have a possibility that somebody might want to do it and then gift it to somebody else. I mean, I have some people that are like that.
Yes.
So I just, you know, so there's no reason to post that.
Yeah, exactly. Those are details more for you because you might have a question. Well, how's Andrea going to do this to make it fair? Fair so that both families get the benefit. It's not just the second family and they don't have to go to, I'm going to pay you back and all that kind of stuff. I will just Zelle them, you know, the difference so that they'll both get it. But we thought that was a really nice way to get more people involved in the program and also an incentive to do it as a buddy system.
I have several parents who need the parenting part with the, because I've been, you know, I teach parenting classes, but putting a class together is not the easiest thing.
Yeah.
Anything,
Well,
you know.
Yeah, and they don't know that they need it. They think they're doing great, which, you know, God bless them, they are, but they're
But they're not.
but they're not, because they're taking
I
all of
know.
their shit, right? And they're projecting it onto their kids and making a decision. And it's like, no, 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 no. You've got, and I can't tell you how many times I have this conversation of please take your hands off the wheel. Please take your hands off the wheel. Let this sink in. But I don't see, or, you know, they're not saying anything. Let it sink in. It is not their job to please you so that you feel better about what you're doing. I guarantee this is all on target. I know it's all on target, but parents have to give their kids the chance. And that's why I love the lead magnet that we have, the 3 biggest mistakes parents make and how to solve them, because it's about take your freaking hands off the wheel, stop worrying about your child. Of course, give them, you know, they need to have rules and guidelines in your home, but you've also got to let them fall off the bike because they've got to learn how to get up. You're not going to be there, you know, holding their hand for their entire life. It's like, you know, potty training, you know, parents worry your kid's not going to walk down the aisle in a diaper, but you've got to let them, right?
If they do, they do. It's called
Right.
consequences.
Right. Yeah. So what else? I feel like
No,
there-
yeah, I understand. And I think that's a great idea. I don't know what everybody else on here does, but I know that the parents that I have, a lot of them do not want to turn loose. So I think what from what I understand, I think your program is going to be really good, especially since they can go back and review it.
They can go, yes, they own it, they have it forever. And, you know, my husband and I always talk about, we have courses that, you know, we go back to, you know, because you get more the second, third, fourth time that you watch them, you see something different. There's a lot of content in this as well. There's the obstacles or illusions feature, which we will always be adding to. You know, there's a journal, there's meditation, there's lots of things in there, breath work. That's just for them to have. They can use it. They don't have to use it, but it's there.
Mhm.
You know, the core of the program is the 8-module course and the lessons. Oh, and we're also adding activities as well to the lessons. There's already a couple in there, but we're adding more activities to the lessons so that they can see how to put it into practice. So that's
Sounds
really
great.
cool. Yeah, yeah. It's super cool. Super cool. And we have one of the affiliates suggested, and this is just here, it's not anything that you want to put out on social media, but when you're having a conversation with somebody, if you feel as though this is appropriate, you may offer that they can try, and you'll obviously let me know, they can try the course for 2 weeks. It's $500. They do not get their money back. They get to keep the parenting. They get to keep all the bonuses, which is the parenting course and the journal and the breath work, all that stuff they get to keep. They will have access to the first 2 modules, which will give them 1 parent call and 2 student calls. And if they do not continue, they do not get their $500 back, but they get all of the bonuses to keep. And then if they continue, they'll just pay the rest of it. One of the affiliates suggested that because she had worked with somebody else that did that. And she said, everybody that did the first 2 weeks continued on. And I know that if they do the first 2 weeks, they'll continue on because it's great. It's really, really great. And it's just very awakening and eye-opening. So, but there is that if you have somebody who's like, oh, can I try it? You sure can. And here's how. Any comments about that or anything? Yeah. The other thing, Jess, I just wanted to mention, in the Facebook group, there's a lot of content I have, and you just have to scroll down, but there's a lot of testimonials. And if for some reason you cannot access those reels, just text me or send me a DM and say, I want to use this reel, take a screenshot of it. And for some reason, and I will send it to you. I'll just text it to you if for some reason you can't use it. But there's a lot of testimonial reels in there. There's tons of copy points also in the files at the top. You go into the files, open them up. There's copy for Instagram, copy for Facebook, and there's 20 each. And they're great because they're all different little ideas of different information that you can give. So it's really nice. It's really nice. And there's hashtags and things like that. And you know, always tag me, please, when you're posting, because then I can comment. And, you know, obviously we want to build up comments and things like that. And if you ever want to do a Facebook Live, Instagram Live, just let me know. We want to do them as often as possible and just make them super informative. Right? Like right now with, you know, the elections or, you know, all the stuff that's going on, we can address, you know, how to talk to your child and things like that. Yeah. Are there any other questions? If there aren't any other questions, I'm going to stop the recording so that this is nice and brief for those that can't join us. Yeah. Okay.